Hey guys, this is Miss Cuban here. In this video, I'm going to review as well as teach you how to solve one- and two-step equations. When you are solving equations without models, you really have to understand the concept of what are your operations. So when you were in probably elementary school, when you first learned what operations were, you learned that there is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Those are the only operations we work with: add, subtract, multiply, and divide. When you're using those operations, addition and subtraction are inverses of each other. They're inverse operations. Multiplication and division are inverse operations of each other. So I can go forwards one way and backwards the other. If I was adding, if I wanted to work backwards, I would subtract. Okay? For example, if I have x plus 2 equals 3, I want my x by itself. So right now, it's adding 2. The inverse operation is to subtract 2. Remember, if I do something to my left, I have to do it to my right because of my equal sign. So now my left is x, 2 minus 2 is 0, equals, and 3 minus 2 is 1. Check my work. Plug it in. 1 plus 2 equals 3. And that's my answer, so I am correct. That's one-step equations. Another example of a one-step equation is 3x equals negative 9. Right now, this is 3 times x. So my inverse operation for multiplication is division. So instead of multiplying by 3, I'm now going to divide by 3. And I use fractions as my division symbol because fractions mean division. So my 3 divided by 3 means I just have 1x left. And negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. So 1x equals negative 3. If I had let's say I have negative 2x equals 8. My inverse operation, instead of multiplying by negative 2, I'm going to divide by negative 2. 8 divided by negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1x. X is equal to negative 4. If I have 1/2 x equals 6, I'm still doing my inverse. So right now I am multiplying x by 1 and dividing it by 2. So my inverse would be to multiply by 2 and divide by 1. This is called the reciprocal. Okay, I'm multiplying a fraction by its reciprocal. That's the inverse. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 and divide by 1. X is going to equal 6 times 2 is 12. Divide by 1 equals 12. So x equals 12. Okay, that's one-step equations. two-step equations are equations like 3x plus 4 equals negative 10. That's okay. So I want my x by itself, so I'm going to put my x in my box. I'm now, because I want my x by itself, it's adding 4. I don't want that, so I have to get rid of this 4. So right now, the inverse of addition is subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So I have 3x equals, and negative 10 minus 4 is a negative 14. Now, I still just want x by itself, so I have to do another step. It's multiplying by 3, so I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides. So x will equal negative 14 thirds. But hey, I can simplify that and make it prettier. By doing that, fractions mean division. So 3 can't go into 1, but it can go into 14 4 times. Gives me 12. Subtract and I get 2. So negative 14 over 3 is the same as negative 4 and 2/3. I solved for x. I'm not letting the fractions confuse me. They are numbers. They're not monsters coming out of the video. They're not coming to attack you. They're just a number. Okay? Don't let them scare you. Let's try another one. Okay? So I'm not going to freak out with this fraction. Mostly because I'm just going to box my in. I'm not going to touch my box until the box is by itself. Right now, this box is subtracting 6. So I have to do the inverse. So instead of subtracting 6, I'm now going to add 6 to both sides. Negative 12 plus 6 is a negative 6. Then I have n over 2. Negative 6 plus 6 cancels out. So I'm left at my next step. It's a whole lot easier. So I asked myself, what operation is a fraction? Well, fractions are division. So it's saying n divided by 2 equals negative 6. So my inverse, instead of dividing, I'm going to multiply by 2. 2 over 1. Remember, fractions, my denominator is numerator. I'm doing the inverse, so I'm doing my reciprocal. 2 over 1. And now, 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. This cancels out. And that's my n. I hope this helps y'all with solving 1 and 2 step equations. Remember, box your x's, box your variables. Don't touch the box until the box is by itself. Okay? Take it one step at a time. Have a good day, guys.